Good morning. Welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and today I have a little bit of Jentel, and then we're going to do some readings. Okay? Um, give everybody a minute to get in here. All right, where did I put it? So when I asked, let me put a little banner. I have too many banners. There we go. Okay. So when I asked for information today, it was outside of meditation. I sent it to Sue Rose. Excuse me, I don't know what she's doing, but whenever she has time, she'll probably write that up for me and I'll get it posted. But it was a little general. I felt like we're at a very critical place right now, so not a lot can be said. Okay? So, what I got this morning, you'll just have to read between the lines. The engine is running. Okay, this is RV news. Okay? The engine is running. Flights in and out of important destinations. Papers signed. Funds released. Weekend into Tuesday. And then the event. And that is all that they would give me. I'm going to take that as a good sign. Okay? Don't worry about everything that's gone before this moment in time. This is where we're at. This is where we are. I don't want to hear about your, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's never happened. You know what? I don't have any room in my life for any kind of negativity like that. Okay? You're all digital soldiers. You're all part of this entire event. Let's soldier up. Here we are. That's where we're going. Okay? And as of now, any kind of hope, any kind of good news, we're good. Okay? Doesn't really matter why it hasn't happened before now. Does it? Does that change anything? No. Eye on the prize. That's where we're going. Brand new fresh day. This is good. Okay? Okay. I think I know anything else. Just trying to see if I can see anything else. Friday's good news day. Like for the news. Things geopolitically going on. Seeing world leaders. Putin. There's a lot going on geopolitically, and we just have to, it's really hard to time this thing, but I feel like everything's ready to go. Like that engine is running and ready to leave. So that's where we're at. I thought I got something else there for a second. Monday's good news day, too. Remember I told you after the 2020 election, and I believe it was January 21. I don't know exactly when I got this information or was asked on a show, but I was asked, when will we know the true, well, we knew who the true winner was, but like, when will we know the true results and the winner of the 2020 election? And I asked Gabriel, and just like really clear and loud, he said 5 years. And that is not something at that time that I wanted to hear. That is not something that I would have put into his mouth. You know, like when you're trying to receive this kind of information, you have to get past your human filters. You have to get past what you want and what you know, it's really hard to hear things you don't want to hear. And at that time, you might want to hear that. 5 years. And what's going on right now? I told you they were going to go into Venezuela. They were going to help with regime change down there. And then that was going to begin the exposure of how our elections were stolen, who was involved, who was in charge of it, and then back from there. And I was reminded today of when he said 5 years. I think it was around this time, 5 years ago, when he said that. So that's happening now. And of course, it takes some time, you know, to lead up to that with the public, but interesting. So, there's all kinds of news all over the place. You just have to pay attention. I feel like the whole RV scene, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, other tiers, things like that. But I feel like, oh, thank you, Sue Rose. She did write it up. I'll put that out so you guys can share it. I feel like everybody's just waiting, just watching. So I think they're watching the geopolitical activities across the world. We did get papers signed, so something's going to be signed. But I'm not sure if that was like papers signed in another tier. So we'll just have to see. Moment by moment, everything's changing in the world, and we're just going to have to follow along. Okay? But things are still good. It's still real. Still happening. I had some readings with some people this week, which were very interesting. Very interesting. People who asked me questions that I had to actually say, I'm sorry, don't tell me anything. I don't want to answer any of these questions. I don't want to know anything that you're talking about. But there are a lot of things that the RV community has talked about and wondered about and searched for confirmation on. A lot of those things are real. So, you know, little old me over here, my primary focus is to, do my work, take care of my family, make sure everybody's okay. So there are certain things that I won't answer or share. And most of the time, it's always a judgment call. Anytime you do a reading, anytime you receive information, can this person handle hearing this? Whether they ask for it or not. Are they going to go jump off a cliff if I tell them this? Or do they really need to hear this? Can I get that information for them? Is something that I receive going to sabotage any kind of operation going on right now? There's always a judgment call. And I always do what I think is best for the operation and for people. But I can assure you, without saying anything at all, that I have spoken to real people who have seen real things. And they are all the things that we have talked about. So, Just hang in there. It's coming. It's coming. I can't explain to you other than sabotage and the dark side getting in the way. I can't give you any other explanation as to why it has taken this so long, but when we finally get there, I hate to use the word hate, but I do not like the term divine timing. Nobody does, because it's not, it never lines up with our timing and what we need and what we want. I mean, what we need, yes, but not what we want, no. But I'm sure that when we finally get there, all the bugs will have been weeded out. And in hindsight, if we ever get any more information, we'll see that it was probably done at the perfect time. All right. Keep the faith. Hang in there. Most people do not have the hope that you do. They do not have the possibility of this. Okay? They're all just running on the hamster wheel, hoping that someday they'll make enough money to live out the short years that they have left and wouldn't have to go to work and maybe take a trip somewhere someday. We have an amazing adventure to go on. And when it comes, we'll be ready for it. But as of now, things are good. Okay? Okay. Let's do some readings. I'm going to do readings from Rumble because it's right here. And so go to Rumble if you want a reading. Okay? Okie dokie. I need a Kleenex. My Kleenex again. It's just like, it's all snowy here. It's finally got a few inches on the ground that's stuck. I can't believe it's January and it's not like single digits and snow up to the roof, but we got it last night, so it's about 30 degrees and it's cold, and I've got all the heaters and the fireplace on, and it's nice and cozy inside. So it's so my nose is running again from the dust and the dry. I know you don't care, but that's why I'm always. It's the dust. I'm allergic to dust, and I will not take the stupid antihistamines. Because I'm like, what is this anyway? I mean, like, is this bad? I mean, am I going to see a commercial on TV someday? You know, if you took this and got, like, you know, anal cancer, I mean, I'm like, okay, I'll just blow my nose. That's why I always sound like this, too. Okay. And we're going to put on with the little bifocal in the bottom. Yes, that's kills my self-esteem every time. I look like a grandma over here with this crap. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. Oh, little self-promotion. Anybody that wants a yearly forecast reading, you're going to want to get into the link to my website, and everything I'm going to talk about right now is in the write-up of this show on Rumble. Okay. You're going to want to go to Fallawsophy.com. Can't see that either now that I have these on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Go to Fallawsophy.com. I'm offering the yearly forecast readings. That is a look ahead in your life at with Jesus and the angels at finance, career, love, family, and health. And we take a look at 2026, a year ahead. I only offer them at the beginning of the year. I'll probably, if I get booked up through March, I'll probably take it down and stop offering them. But as of now, I'm booking for the beginning of February and maybe the second week by now. You're going to want to get in there and get on the schedule if you want one this year. Okay? So do that. please do not go to jenniferfallaw.com right now. I cannot edit the damn site, and I can't take the sales down. Listen, all right, if you want to go in there and get the classes real quick, because they're still on sale, I'll go with that. But the healings and the yearly forecast is on sale over there. I'm not going to honor that because I'm telling you right now, I took it off of sale. That's enough of that. It was on for like a month. Go to Fallawsophy.com. I don't really want you purchasing any more readings from JenniferFallaw.com. That's the healing website and the classes website. I only did that for gift cards for Christmas. So I want you scheduling it yourself at Fallawsophy.com for readings. Okay? Great. Thank you. Also, in the write-up of the show, the link to Yellow RV Social Club is there. You're free to join. We are free thinkers. We are socializing with each other. Probably not this week because I think this is probably my 5th show, video and audio since Sunday. So I'm done. I'm done. Okay. But we're going to start doing live talks in that group chat. For people to socialize. I'll be in there sometimes doing readings, like pop-up. I got to talk to Donnie about how we do that. Probably have to get somebody to run it that we trust. So I have to have a conversation with him to see how he does his, because he has that going on over in Real People, Real News chat, RPRN, all the time. Let's see, any more updates? The emails from Christmas and then I got caught up before Christmas, but like the vacation, and then I had the flu, and then I came back and it's been a whirlwind. I was sending like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails. I have gotten all the way up to, I believe, the 6th. Okay, so I'm getting there, and I'll finish those up this weekend. Let's see, anything else? I don't think so. Let's do some ratings. Okay. Hello, beautiful soul, love Trumpy, Richmore, 1971. Gina Skinner. Hi, Weather Joe. Annabelle's mom. Mary Kate, 61. Just looking Mary Gould. Hi. Annette, I see you in there. Deke, 49. Add lots of people in there. Cassie Mayhall. Sherkona. Jimbo, 2007. Bakemeyer. Love you guys. Aussie Dogs. Annabelle's mom. Love Trumpy. Did I say that? I'm going to be brain dead tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. I've been going like 100 miles an hour all week long. Tinkerbell. What a cute name. Okay, all right, going up to the top here. Let's do the Rumble Ramps because I don't want to miss any of them. I'll do those first. Okay, let's do a $10 minimum here. The $2 and $3 and $5 ones. If you want to push ahead of everybody else. Otherwise, I'm not going to get to any of these monthly subscribers. Okay. Oh, that's right. If you would like to be a monthly subscriber of mine to this channel, then you will get to participate, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's $5. You will get to participate in I'm going to do the next monthly subscriber appreciation show at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday the 13th. Unless we're RVing, and then we won't do it. 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday the 13th. You can become a monthly subscriber when I'm live, so you're going to want to do that right now. I heard it's easier to do on a computer. If you don't know how to do that, the admin in chat can tell you. You can ask. Gina's just like smart as a whip. She probably knows what what to do. Damn it. Oh my god, I lost my I lost. Now I gotta go now I gotta start over. Okay. Hang in there. Told you, brain dead's coming. Oh my god, I did it again. Okay. We're gonna touch this. And then we're going over. Why does it look like that? Okay. We're touching this. And that. Okay. MMLO. Hi, Jen. This is Michelle Owen. Would you ask Jesus if there's progress in my reunion with my daughters? One of them wants to see you. Which one is it? I think it's the youngest. Younger of the two. She wants to have a talk. I feel the energy of compromise or wanting to work on it. So yeah, there is progress. I did it again. What the actual? All right, touch that. See, when you try to touch on this tiny little box that is the rumble route with your finger, if you touch the little circle with the letter in it for the person, it goes to their profile and throws me out of chat. All right. Tinkerbell. 8800. Am I, thank you. Am I MRB? I think I'm a big B. Let me see. Double digit B. Okay. Weather Joe, thank you. Hi, Jen. This is Joe. Awesome to chat with you the other day. Do you see me buying more than one house once the RV goes? Not right away. Your son, I think, gets his own house. You get your own house. It's about a year or two, and after that, like in a couple years, let's say 2 to 3. You guys start talking about having a vacation location somewhere. Or you start thinking about having a house in another location. Yeah. Red, White, and Blondie. Hi, Jen. We go on a cruise to Cabo. Oh my god, I want to go to Cabo. I went there when my sister and I were 18, and you couldn't drink here, but you could drink there. Blast. We had a blast. And my parents just let me and Shelly just run around. That was when Shelly was cool. And then we ran around and we went down to this bar. How much time do we have? Can I have time to tell a story? Yeah. So we went down to this bar, like our last night there, and we're walking down this side. It's totally stupid. Totally stupid. Totally dangerous. But there were a lot of Americans around, so we were walking down to this bar. We stayed at the Sea of Cortez in this big resort. And it was cool because they had like this silver market. You go buy rings and stuff. It was awesome. So anyway, so we were walking down the street, and Shelly and I are 11 months apart. So she was like 19, I was 18. And so we're walking down the street, and we're both single. And this like gorgeous waiter is like leaning up at this doorway as we're walking by, and he starts talking to me, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm talking to him, and I knew enough Spanish to talk to him. So we're on our way down to Van Halen started a new bar called Cabo Wabo, and at the time it had just opened up. And so we go in there, and it's really Copacabana and everything. So we walk in, and I think I'm doing good with this guy. He's like so gorgeous, and I'm like, I'm gonna get myself into trouble. I'm gonna get myself. And so I'm talking to him in some big Copacabana booth, and Shelly is over there in front of the band because she's a rocker, and she's dancing in front of the band. So pretty soon I hear somebody whistle, and I look over, and it's my sister, skinny blonde, and what she did is she slipped the one of the band members a note, and they stopped playing. They came down, they got her, and they said, "Let's go get your sister." And she came by, and now she's with the whole band, and she goes, "Forget him. Come on, we're going down to Squid Row, and all the drinks are on the band." And I'm like, "Later." And so then we went down to Squid Row. I don't remember much after that. All I remember is that it was full of Americans. The whole place was just like bumping and totally wasted. And then we like crawl back to the hotel room and like fall into bed. And the alarm went off like 1 hour later, and we had to get on the plane to go home. So sick. Anyway, so that's fun. I want to go back to Cabo. It was fun. Probably won't be the same. Um. All right, your question. Uh Mexico with our entire family in 3 weeks. Will we have children? Do we have a safe trip? And does it look okay to get off the ship for excursions with the kids? Let's see. We were told in 91 that we couldn't go back down to, or 92 or something like that. We couldn't go back down to Mexico anymore. Are we going to get sold for our organs? Um, yes. Just keep your items, your purses and stuff close to the chest there in front of you. A lot of pickpockets, but yeah, they protect the tourists down there. I do think it's safe. I don't think we're gonna have any closure of borders or anything when you're there. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Okay. All right, who's that? Red, White, Blondie. Did Weather Joe? Karen, Patriot Nurse. Thank you. It was said recently that Tier 4B is not spiritual. Do you have a message on? um, Tier 4B is a financial tier for exchange. They're, they're not going to say, okay, what religion are you? How spiritual are you? How much have you advanced spiritually before we can take this money that you could go into a bank and exchange without the questions? No, this is business. Yes, we have a lot of, light-hearted and humanitarian-minded people that are doing this. The only thing that's going to be a red flag when you walk in there, if you're on some kind of international watch list or on their system as a criminal, organized crime, or something like that. No, they're not going to walk in and say, "Well, here, let me judge you before you can make this financial transaction." Okay. No, they want your business. They're making money off of you. Okay. The whole thing is Nasara Jasara, and in actuality, the entire event is a spiritual event, but where it's also 3D, real world, changing the way everything is done so that it is fair for the people, and we don't like shrivel up and die under the grip of evil. Yes. So, but no, you're not going to get, if you walk in and you're not necessarily a very spiritual person or religious person, then you're not going to be told that you can't play ball. Will Stuart, kindred mate RN, will Stuart and I purchase Kilgore House? All others have gone pending. Why does that name bother me? Is there a movie? Kilgore? Get the house cleansed if you do. I don't like it. I guess got a creepy vibe from that. Yes, but it doesn't necessarily. I don't think. I don't know if you actually live there. It might be like a bed and breakfast or something. I don't know. But I do think he purchased it, yes. Lee Slow 69. Hi, it's Lisa J. Hello. I recently moved to Iowa to stay with Rob while I'm looking for a job. Do you see me getting hired before the RV gets here? Questions like that because then I have to. As of now, no. I don't see you getting hired before the RV. Evelyn 888. Hi, Jen. This is Evelyn. When do you see me signing a new job? Next week. But I don't know why. Shirkona. Hi, Jen. Lee Matheson here. Currently on short-term disability. And do you see anything going all right? Everything going all right with it and returning to work in February? You're not going to return to work in February. Not as of now. The way I can explain timelines to you. Do you remember the staircases in Harry Potter? How you're on one, and then whatever spirits or the entire building itself has consciousness and just decides all of a sudden to like, well, we're changing, and now we're going over here. And these moving staircases because of choices that were made by people who can change the course of time for certain events. That's what I'm looking at. So I can really only tell you where the destination is from the staircase that we're on that hasn't moved. The pathway to get to the dorm room. But if it moves, it changes. So it's very frustrating. But as of now, I don't see you going back to work in February. What is Emily Peterson doing on the evening of March 30th of this year? The evening of March 30th. Dancing. Dancing. I heard it. I saw it. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I got the rumble rounds. Let me get over to the monthly subscribers. If you'd like to become a monthly subscriber, now is a good time. Oh, somebody, Shirkona, thank you for gifting a subscription. I don't really know what that means, but like who it's gifted to. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, you actually give it to somebody or someone picks it up. That's cool. Okay. V Wise Heart, love you too. Aw CEO. Hi, Janice Brandon. I'm thinking about moving to the upper part of Michigan. Would I be happier in the Marquette area or Keweenaw Peninsula? Marquette, most definitely. Scott 1494. Hi, Scott. Scott, I was going to talk to you about maybe running. Because I think you're still a single guy. Maybe running the live chats for people just for fun and yellow. If you ever wanted to do something like that, message me about it. Q, I just applied for a different question. I just applied for a different job. Will I go to a different job or will RV come first? Thanks for my brother-in-law's healing. You're welcome. As of now, the RV comes first. What so proudly we hail 75. Awesome name. Hi, Jen. Will I be an M or a B? B. Good afternoon, Jen. Chastity here. Do any of the remaining puppies find forever homes? 2. Mary Gould, do you see me relaxed and going to my RV appointment, and is it still at a military base? It still is. You're just told what to do the whole time, so it's really not that stressful. Yeah. No, you're not relaxed. But I don't think anybody's gonna be relaxed. I'm gonna shift into like autopilot like I do when I have to do something like really anxious or really scary or really anything. I'm just gonna be like, all right, this is what we're doing now. We do this all the time. It's not a big deal. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna get done, then we're gonna go to lunch. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Okay. My name is Dorothy Mary. M or B? B. You know what? I really am not coming across many M's anymore because of what's going down in South America and other places. So if you have quite a bit, you're probably fine. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Are these new ones? Nope. That's not new. Donald W. Tharp. Hello, Jen. We just love Archangel Michael appearing to me. I did not actually see him. The person I was with said that he appeared and looked at me, then disappeared and said nothing. That means that, well, when I first met Michael, I was outside on the deck. And it was mind's eye, but it was so strong that I questioned it. Like, did I actually see that? He actually touched down, and I should have been scared. The size of him, over 7 feet tall, full silver armor. I mean, just piercing blue eyes, jet black hair, giant sword across the back. I mean, wings that went up above the head and all the way down to the floor, and the very tip of the wings have the color of his hair on it. That's interesting. So he walked up to me. What the hell was that? It was just a moment in time that was just so weird because, I've never had any kind of like psychotic episodes or any problems like that. And I was just like, he walks up to me, looks way deep into my eyes, and he looks very serious. When they do that, so the person that you were with, he was probably protecting. What they'll do is they'll walk up to somebody, check them out to see if they have attachments, if they're possessed, or if they're ruled by somebody, to see the true nature. It's called the angel eye. They'll look through your eyes way down into your soul to see if there's light there, to see who you are, to see if you, and then they'll take a step back and see if there's anything attached to you. So there's that. He was probably protecting whoever that was with you. Interesting. Okay, that was Donald. Okay. Oh, that's Dougie. Wait. Donald Thorpe. Dougie B. Hi, Jen. This is Deb. You said before that I will be a B. Next logical question is how many B's? Oh, what does it even matter? I mean, let me ask. I mean, how much money do you got now? 12. Dougie goes into hiding now that everybody knows that. Okay, hi, Jen. Victoria C here. Do you see my mom and I getting to go to each other's appointments, and how far will we travel to get there? Thank you. If you, yes, how far? It's like within 20, 30 minutes. Um, two separate appointments, but you guys, if you sit at the table and hear what the man has to say, you have to sign the NDA as well. Okay? If you go and you sit in the car, you do not. Fight for Truth 2020. You're going to be happy soon. Jen, my husband and son are being harassed at work, being pushed out. What do you see happening? Any advice? Will we RV before they lose their jobs? Yeah, this is it's people trying to take their job. This is people kissing ass and cozying up to those in charge, telling lies. Yeah, dirty deeds. You're right. They are trying to get pushed. It's not the actually the owner, the manager, whoever it is being deceived by these people. A couple people who don't like them because your husband and son either don't like them or have called them out on something, or they know that they're wise to their game. Jealous, something like that. Oh, so what was the actual question there? As of now, we will RV before they lose the jobs. I don't think it happens really fast, but it's happening. Yeah, like they're working towards that. Somebody in the boss's ear. Joe here at M-I-A-M or a B? Josie. Yeah, B. It's a good one. All right. What time is it? Hang on, I gotta look at my schedule. 10:37. All right. Stop with the rumble rants. See if I can get a few more in that are not rumble rants. Oh, there's another one. Wait a minute. 444 angel number spotted for everyone. Okay, yeah, I did those. I did the rumble rants. Okay, Dougie, yeah. 444 viewing the chat. Look that angel number up today. That is your sign for the day. Johnny, if you're listening, somebody is asking. They said that they can't see the live for Sunday. If you do not have Telegram, you should get on Telegram. It's not a big deal. It's totally easy. They want you to please upload our audio that I've been talking about to your Rumble channel, Old Army Vet, if you could. That is a request in the chat. Need a vacay. Jen, do you see my situation changing for the better soon? Oh, in a big way. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Just hang in there. You know what? We're all just like... Oh, Donald W. Tharp. The person, the one with you saw Archangel Michael, the person I was with was using tuning forks on me. She said he appeared and did not say anything, which was unusual, then disappeared. I'm going to stick with what I said. If you're putting like when I teach people to blast people with light, anything that's a huge and quick raise of the vibration. You're putting in high vibrational energy into something. If you have an attachment, which is very common, doesn't mean you're evil if you do. A lot of people do. Energy vampires, okay? Parasites. Um, if she was using a tuning fork on you, that's a high, probably using high frequency to heal you. That could have had something could have detached there. And if Michael came in really quick, he could have taken it away. Oh, thank you, Nancy, about the color of my top. I donated $10 in last show with Mike, and he brought me on screen but didn't ask my question. I answered that question after we got off the air, and the answer is no. And I asked him to tell you that and to comment. So if you want to go back to the comments of that show, it should be there. Kathy Weber here. Oh, that's you, Kathy Weber. Okay, no, I don't think that's the one. I think you're going to get a better house than that. Oh, thank you, Eeyore. Eeyore? Yeah, Eeyore. Pat IMG. Hi, Jen. M or B? B. You know, I also heard some good things recently about the Agra chicks. So all us bargain shoppers are going to do well. Okay, really well. Happy Girl 10. Hi, Jen. I so enjoyed talking to you yesterday. So did I. I had a cleansing cry after. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Been busy today, so missed beginning part of the show. Well, thanks for joining, and thanks for coming to me yesterday. Lisa Lone, I believe. Oh, I is alone. No, one is alone is your screen name. Hi, Jen. Paula Thompson here. Would you ask Jesus if my plans for post RV is the direction God wants me to go? Well, you chose a direction in your divine plan, and I do believe you're following that. Your divine plan was approved, or you would never have been born. Along the way, you have the choice. You always have the choice whether to do it or not. You chose to do it, so you've done well. You choose not to accept the mission that you wrote for yourself, or keep these contracts that you paired up with other people to have. That's okay. But you're not going to have as good a life if that is your highest timeline, if that is your divine plan. So as of now, yes, it doesn't look that way, but you have been following your divine plan. You accepted your mission, if you want to look at it that way. And you're on your way. Someone who you would know, because if you did not accept your mission, you would just be, you'd go from like sailing and things are rolling, things are starting to get better. Okay, we're doing good. I understand why this happened. You know, we're moving forward. If you did not accept your divine mission or the divine plan that you put in place for yourself and decided to go off on a side street somewhere, everything's going to just be weird. Okay. Things aren't going to work out. Business start going to get bad. You know, you're just going to have this mediocre existence. It's this up and down chaos. It's just going to be like and cycles will keep repeating until you decide to get back on the main road. That's what I've seen. All right. Crap, what time is it? That's about it. I can't do anymore. Gotta go. Okay, so we're still good. Enjoy your weekend. I usually take Fridays off so I can, leave the office here and go out and do things out in the world that I have to get done. it's like it's going to be an interesting weekend. There is a possibility that something could happen this weekend. There is. But it's slight because I feel like there's still some things that need to wrap up, like the geopolitically, that we have to have some kind of announcements or cue to flip it. I think Iraq is satisfied, though. I do. Okay? Okay. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. We can all have a wonderful day if we choose to do so. And I choose to do so. Because we all deserve to have wonderful days, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, I love you all. And I will see you on Telegram and back here on Monday. Mike's not doing a show. I got a lot of shows planned for this next week. I'll probably just do mine. Okay? All right. Love you all.